everybody's kind of late at night and I kind of got a bug to make a video, so I'm going to make a video. Lots of updating to do. You notice I probably put out a lot more videos the last couple of weeks than I normally do. And to be honest, because today marks 1 month since I got laid off from my job. Unfortunately, life happens. I'm hoping that the business picks back up so I can go back to work sooner than later. But for now, I'm kind of stuck at home, so I'm doing hobby stuff because I really don't have anything else to do. Getting more games in than I usually do. Having a lot of fun with Warhammer. So some quick updates. I did finish my Tau quad gun. So I was kind of looking at this and I was thinking, what being kind of fun is actually to use it in game, kind of like this. Instead of taking it as just a regular quad gun, take it with the 2 twin-linked heavy rail rifles. And so I'm trying to figure out how much that would cost in points over a standard quad gun as an upgrade to the Aegis defense line. Because the heavy rail rifles are strength 8 AP1, 60-inch range. Same Skyfire and Interceptor. Just kind of a fun thought. Last few days I've been kind of working on my Space Wolves. This is my second Space Wolf. I actually changed the base color from Space Wolf Gray to the Fang, which is the new Shadow Gray. And I really like that a lot better. I'm able to control the shadows on it and get a much higher, much more dramatic contrast between the highlights and the shadows. Anyway, I'll do more videos on that when I get the current 5 guys I'm working on done. I really want to make a video about some recent rumors is that the Ork Codex could be as soon as October, which is really exciting and scary because since I have no job, I'm not going to be able to afford to buy any of the new models. But with all the monstrous creatures that have been released lately, got the Riptide and the Wraith Knight, it comes the obvious question is, what would the orcs get? And I think the obvious answer to that would be a Squigoth. Some sort of giant plastic Squigoth on the order of the Marmok, or Marmok, whatever, from Lord of the Rings. Something along that scale for orcs. Have a big giant monstrous creature, but it's got to be, viable. I can't have a 5+ or 6+ save because even a toughness 6 with a 5-up save is just going to be gunned down and nothing flat. So I would need a 2-up or 3-up save. 5 or 6 wounds, toughness 6 or more. Probably have to have fleet in order to be viable. Because in the Riptide and the Wraith Knight are both very fast. The Riptide's jet and the Wraith Knight is jump, so they're both across the board and nothing flat. And of course you give it a transport capacity of 12, 15, or 20 orcs. With a whole bunch of really cool new transport rules, because normally transports are vehicles, not monstrous creatures, so you would definitely have to have its own set of rules to be able to cover that. I think, though, that would be an awesome giant plastic orc kit. And I don't know how big it would be. I don't know if it would be like Riptide size and $85 or Wraith Knight size and $115. But that would be, I think that's the way to go. Because there have been rumors for a long time about new orc kits, a new buggy, a whole bunch of new grot kits. And those rumors have been around for a long time. And so those could all be leading up to the new Codex, which, originally, the original rumors were going to have it, early next year, Q1, maybe Q2 next year. But now, the latest rounds is October. I'm not sure if I believe that, but the way that GW is releasing stuff over the last year, I'm not gonna put anywhere near as much doubt in it. I'm not gonna take as big a grain of salt as I would have, a year ago at this time. So just kind of a thought on my part that I think a giant plastic Squigoth carrying 15 orcs across the board would be the most awesome thing ever. Especially if it gets to take it as a dedicated transport. A monstrous creature dedicated transport. So it would be, a true choice. If you can take it for a dedicated transport for some boys. And because the orcs are definitely in getting long in the tooth. I think they're the second oldest codex now at this point, with only Black Templars being older. If, depending on how you count the Sisters of Battle, the codex or not, I guess. But I think they're the only ones that need an update at this point that haven't been updated since 5th edition. Because it is still technically a 4th edition codex. It came out 6 months before 5th edition came out. So it's just Black Templars and Orcs now that are pre-fit. So if there's anything that's going to be, the only other codex that needs an update, of course, is Tyranids, because that whole codex just isn't up to snuff and anywhere close to other codex books that have been released before or since, unfortunately. So really, those are the only two books that, well, Black Templars, so there's only 3 books that really need updating are Templars, Tyranids, and Orcs. Plus there's going to be some fantasy mix in there. So, I mean, within the next year, 40k is going to be fully up to date. That's pretty exciting. First of all, I mean, allies, it affects everything about the game. You can't metagame it if books coming out that fast. Allies prevents really metagaming it too. We can go to big tournaments because I love allies because you never know what you're going to see. And even if you play the same 2 armies, they don't have to be, you know, one doesn't have to be the primary, even one can be the ally, it could be the other way around. So you literally never know what you're going to see. And I think the last few major tournaments, if you track them, shows that. Pretty much anything out there you can face. So that's my real quick late night video, and I guess I'll talk to you guys there.